Hi, I'm Adam Parker of Atlanta Gourmet Mushroom, and I'm here to talk to you today about gourmet mushroom cultivation. Mushroom growing is a way to get more value out of agriculture and forestry waste. Normally these materials would just be composted, but we can grow mushrooms on these materials for added value and then also produce an improved compost with what's left over after the mushrooms are finished with it. One of the very first steps to growing gourmet mushrooms is a process called inoculation. This means mixing a live mushroom culture with an organic material that will support its growth, including sawdust, wood chips, stumps, logs, seed hulls, paper waste, cereal straws or grass, and animal manures. Most mushroom farmers begin their growing process by buying a material called spawn. Spawn is a living mushroom culture, which is somewhat analogous to a plant seedling. This is a bag of rye grain that has been colonized with mushroom mycelium. It looks like a solid block because the mycelium of the fungus has knitted this together into a solid piece. We can break this up into individual grains. And these grains can be mixed with a fruiting substrate to produce mushrooms. This is a bag of sawdust that has been mixed with mushroom spawn. The little white patches that you see inside the bag is where the mycelium of the mushroom is colonizing or incubating throughout the sawdust. This bag has been incubating for about a week. Within a week from now, it will be completely white and ready to produce mushrooms. Once the substrate is fully incubated and colonized, the fruiting cycle begins. This is the fun part where mushrooms are actually growing. Mushrooms can grow in a variety of containers, but most often a bag or a tray is used. It really depends on the type of mushroom that you're growing. Some mushrooms, like portobellos, would normally grow from the ground up. These mushrooms are typically grown in trays to imitate their natural environment. These mushrooms are oyster mushrooms that are growing, and because these oyster mushrooms normally grow on tree trunks, we use a column-shaped bag to mimic their natural environment. Harvest your mushrooms when the caps are still incurled, like these are. As this mushroom matures, the caps will begin to flip up and out. You will want to get them when they're still curled down and before they flip all the way up. Harvesting mushrooms is very, very easy. Simply grasp the mushroom cluster as close to the base as possible. Give a slight twist and a pull, and the mushroom will come right out without any damage whatsoever. As soon as your mushrooms are harvested, you want to cool them down to 35 degrees Fahrenheit as soon as possible and leave them at that temperature until they're ready to sell. Stored this way, fresh mushrooms will keep in prime condition for up to about 3 to 4 days. If you grow more mushrooms than you can sell, those mushrooms can be dehydrated for extended storage. These mushrooms will keep for up to a year, vacuum sealed and dehydrated at room temperature. Once your material is spent, this makes a fantastic compost amendment. It's high in nitrogen and very nutritious. This is very healthy, and the mushroom mycelium is still very much alive in here. This will help retain water and will also fight off nematodes and other infections. Gourmet mushrooms can be a great, versatile, accessible crop for Georgia growers to complement their current farming practices. Thanks for visiting our farm here at City of Refuge in Atlanta.